We've got Brock Lesnar officially back in WWE. We got Enzo Amore talking a return to WWE. LA Knight may have just teased The Rock's return. And somehow, someway, Mick Foley found his way to AEW. What timeline are we even in right now? Tonight, we're breaking down all the chaos, all the rumors, all the backstage fallout, and what this means for WWE, AEW, and the wrestling world moving forward. This is your new wrestling obsession off the mat. Welcome in. I am your host, Matt, and with me, as always, we have Dirty Dom Tober with the dirtiest sheets in the game and making way from his retirement home. We have Old Man Sticks on all socials. Thanks for joining us, Sticks.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So glad you could shoot up your Geritol and drink your Insure and make your way over here.
Hey, glad. I'm happy.
What's going on, guys?
Interesting events happening in the world of wrestling. Alonzo Amore and Big Cass.
He's already starting.
You know, I'm just saying. You know,
Alonzo Amore. Enzo. Alonzo. Why did I say Alonzo? Not Alonzo.
Enzo Amore. So I got to start, man. You having those guys potentially coming back.
Why?
You get rid of everybody else. You know, other people that you get rid of. You get rid of your tag teams, the Motor City Machine Guns. You get rid of New Day to bring those guys back. And does it make sense?
Because he's a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. But we'll talk about that when we get to our off the top rope segment. How you guys feeling today? How you guys feeling about the week that has been professional wrestling? We're doing the show a little bit earlier this week because I have plans tomorrow night. So we decided to do it a day early, and it is a long holiday weekend. So we're gonna get in, get out, talk professional wrestling, and get you all lathered up and really, really lubed up for Saturday night's main event on the cock.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Okay, aside the clash in Italy and the Saturday night main event, the card looks pretty stacked. You know, on those
card subject to change has been changed on Saturday night main event, where on Monday night when we saw the confrontation between Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca essentially said she wanted Becky's title, and it was announced as a title shot. Well, they have since gone and changed that. It is no longer.
So you know what that means? Shot. You know that means that she will be winning that match for a future chance at the belt from Becky Lynch. We all know that. That's gonna.
Yes, it'll probably be at Clash in Italy.
Yes.
Where she takes the belt off Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Because that just seems to be what that means.
And apparently, my boy Ethan Page is fighting Penta, so I'm thinking we might have a title change on. I'm hoping we have a title change on freaking the cock.
Is that for the Intercontinental Championship, or is that non-title as well?
No, it's for the Intercontinental Championship.
That's for the.
I don't think we don't get title changes.
I know we don't, but it's Ethan Page. I'm sorry.
We don't get title shots on it. We don't get title changes.
Ego. Come on, all ego. Let's go. Yeah, I know, but I think they have to spice it up. They have to do something. You can't just have all these title matches that are and nothing happens transpires.
Spice it up. This is WWE, a company who is actively looking at bringing back old performers that they got rid of for a reason, because they don't have enough for these current performers to do. But we're going to spice things up by bringing back old heads that you got rid of for a reason.
Yep. But you know what? Mm-hmm. So that could be Danhausen's feat to bring back Big Cass and
Big Cass.
You know,
Big Bill.
You know, it's just I don't know, man. What they do. You know, could it work and be something truly special? Totally doubt it. You never know. It might make things a little better. You know what I'm saying?
They're almost a decade out of this wrestling, WWE. Or almost a decade out.
Yeah.
Them coming back isn't going to change anything.
Yeah, but you know what? the whole Danhausen effect now. How about the Knicks game? He had the Knicks come back to beat Cleveland to get to give it to the Miz, making Cleveland lose.
That's because Cleveland is cursed.
Yeah, and there's other potential people coming back possibly too. We don't know, but Brock Lesnar made his try. Well, wait.
We're going to talk about all that and so much more.
We'll talk about that,
yeah. Dom's itching to talk about it, so why don't we just get into it?
I'm looking to spill the tea.
Yeah, we can't have segments on this show because Dom just has to fucking ruin everything in his little segment because it's always got to be about Dom. Dom, if you post something in the chat, it doesn't matter unless Dom posts it first, and then he'll look at it. Or he'll look at something that you just sent him and then literally send you the same article right after because Dom didn't post it. So it doesn't matter.
I have short-term memory. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, did you see this? I literally just sent that to you.
Hey, Dom, check out the thumbnail for the show.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, man, Mick Foley. Mick Foley's going to AEW.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't see it before you showed it.
All right. We're going to start the show tonight with our over-the-top road segment. This is where we put 2 minutes on the clock. We talk about the top 5 biggest news stories this week in professional wrestling. And kicking us off, we had the return of Brock Lesnar on Monday night. As Obafemi was coming out for the Obafemi Open Challenge, as the lights were out, Brock Lesnar effectively attacked Obafemi from behind, landing 4 F5s on Obafemi and leaving the ruler destroyed and laying. Boys, what does this mean for Brock Lesnar? What does this mean for WWE? And are we potentially staring down a title versus career match between Gunther and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in Minneapolis?
But first things first, it's not Brock Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman stated Brock Lesnar's retired. This is Brock Lesnar.
That's stupid.
Totally different character. That's who he said last. That's who he said.
Yeah, he did say that
on Monday night. He did say that on Monday night. So
you don't think that has something to do with the joke of him ripping his pants again? The man can't even keep his pants.
I know, his second pants, but he said Brock Lesnar. So we have to see how that transpires because remember, Brock Lesnar's retired.
Because Dom doesn't ever mispronounce people's names, right?
I know. Hey, listen. No, I think Paul Heyman is onto something there.
Anyways, 2 minutes on the clock. Are we staring down potentially a 3-match set with Obafemi leading us to a Gunther's career versus title match at
didn't I tell you
SummerSlam?
Didn't I tell you that? Back in the dirt sheets, it's supposed to be a trilogy. They do everything in trilogies in the WWE, and it looks like we might be getting a trilogy of Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. And another thing too is there's nobody left in WWE. Obafemi needed to fight somebody. He got stale going in the back, freaking grabbing wrestlers to beat the shit out of them just to have an open challenge. Who was in the back? Nobody. So, and another thing too is, all kidding aside, I really think that Brock Lesnar wanted to be retired. I think he wanted to be retired, but I think that TKO, too greedy, they wanted to throw money at him to have him come back. I think he really wanted to retire at his own terms because he said he didn't want to go out banged up in really bad shape. He wanted to go out on his own terms where he could still walk and do things. Now, they gave him that money, and that's the money that they were supposed to pay the wrestlers that they released. They threw it at him. So,
no, there's no talk about him signing a new contract, though. I think the WrestleMania thing was just, there's no such thing really as laying your boots down and gloves down in the middle of the ring to signify your retirement. It's just a trope that we've seen done time and time again. So we just assume and correlate it with retirement, but it's not like a retirement match or anything like that. I really think we were swerved. I think WWE had Brock Lesnar do that. They played it off. They went as far as to sell Brock Lesnar retirement merch. When has WWE ever sold retirement merch for a professional wrestler? John Cena, the 17-time world champion, retiring. They didn't sell retirement merch. They did the last time is now stuff, but It's not like, oh, he's retired. Now we're gonna get the John Cena memorial retirement shirt. You know, it was a swerve, and I think it was a swerve till they figured out what they were gonna do, and whether they could do it without Oba. I think Brock wanted time off. I think Brock walked away, and I think WWE came and called and said, "Listen, we need you to come back." Now, maybe they did throw more money at him, and maybe it was the Saudis because they're saying that potentially Saudi Arabia wants him there for Night of Champions. So, I think we're going to see Clash in Italy, and I think you're going to see Brock absolutely destroy Obafemi at Clash in Italy, the way Oba destroyed him at WrestleMania, and then they're going to do, and then they're going to do number 3 at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, which is where we're going to see Gunther we're going to see Gunther dethrone Cody Rhodes. And so you're going to lead to a Gunther versus Brock Lesnar match. And WWE is going to get what they always wanted. Brock Lesnar versus Gunther in a retirement match at SummerSlam, where Gunther will go over Brock Lesnar, and they're going to build Gunther up to when Obafemi finally goes after him, and Obafemi destroys Gunther. He's just going to be this untouchable force, and then that's going to lead to him versus Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Essentially they had to, because Obafemi was stale. Obafemi had nothing left. Like, the open challenge was ridiculous. It lasted 3 weeks. You had Otis 1 week, and then you watched him absolutely just manhandle Los Garza.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have nothing for him. They effectively killed Obafemi. And I'm guilty for saying I wanted Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. I was saying it the whole time that there's no way Obafemi doesn't answer the Brock Lesnar open challenge for WrestleMania. There's nobody other than Oba. But where my ignorance is bliss and I was blinded by the light is, I had faith that WWE would do something with Obafemi moving forward, and clearly I put way too much faith in this creative team, especially after weeks of sitting here saying that WWE has shite creative. I clearly put way too much faith in this creative team to be able to correctly book Obafemi, and there's nobody left. I mean, unless you're going to wheel Omos's ass out there to have Obafemi destroy. This is the right call to get Brock Lesnar back here, to have this rubber match, to make it lead into something.
Mm-hmm.
Six, what say you?
I will say this. I think that WrestleMania, Brock tried to go out on his own because he didn't want to do it anymore. I think the Brinks truck found its way to his parking garage there, and dropped a whole lot of cash onto his front lawn. I think that they were able to work out this maybe potentially 3 to 4 more matches leading into SummerSlam for him to go against Gunther. Or I should say appearances leading in to go to Gunther. I think he wanted out because of things going on outside of the ring. I think he was just too emotional at WrestleMania for it to be a work. I think the emotion was an honest emotion that we got out of him at the end of that. So I do believe WWE was able to monetarily coerce him back into the ring.
And
all WWE did with this is they're effectively going to ruin Brock Lesnar now, and the IWC is going to go crazy with, when he finally does retire, Brock's not retired, he'll be back. Brock's going to show up here. So now we're going to lead to every time something big happens, Brock Lesnar's name's going to be attached to it, because nobody's going to fully believe that he's actually retired.
Now, I actually think
that's fair.
Look, they got us good with the retirement, the WrestleMania. It looked realistic. They what? To be honest, not many times the WWE gets us. We actually thought this was true, and It was like, we got you. Can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book. So now WWE got what they wanted. So like you said, Clash at Italy. You'll have Obafemi fighting Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar will dominate him there. And then you'll have the final of the trilogy at the Saudi Arabia show. Night of Champions. Right? No, not Night of Champions. Oh, what's the
Yeah, it's Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. And you'll have that match where you could probably have Gunther mocking Brock Lesnar. Because
after his match.
After the match.
But it has to be a big match. It can't just be another wrestling match. You have to have a stipulation. And
exactly.
The correct stipulation is going to be a falls count anywhere or a last man standing.
Okay, listen, you have that match, but also you have the belt up, and you lose, you retire match type of a scenario. And
no, I'm talking about Gunther. I'm talking about Brock Obafemi 3.
Oh yeah.
You have to have a stipulation, and the correct stipulation is they're going to be fall count anywhere or last man standing,
or maybe Hell in a Cell. Maybe you might get a cage.
You won't. I don't think you're going to get a cage in Saudi.
Well, but it'll be a big match. But then I'm saying that the whole fact is with when you have that, that's going to be the main factor, and Obafemi comes out on top, and that's where we get Brock gets pissed off, and then he runs into freaking Gunther, and Gunther, that's the stare down that we were supposed to get in Royal Rumble that we didn't get. Because they didn't have, I guess the creative plans weren't in the card yet of what they wanted to do. Freaking, come on, you get Brock Lesnar throwing out a Royal Rumble when freaking goddamn Jay is yeeting all over the place. It's
and nobody noticing.
And nobody noticed it until later.
Yeah.
But
Brock's not in there. Well, that'll happen to Brock.
And the funny thing is, like Cody Rhodes and LA Knight were the one that threw him out. So it was that. But anyway, you know what? Not to nitpick and not to complain. We got the trilogy that we talked about months ago, a couple of months back that we were talking about.
Come Hooker by Kirk, we did.
Yeah, exactly. And now we'll wait and see how it turns out. The big card, and that the Saudi show, the United Champion, is going to be a huge card. It's going to be a big card. So you can rest assured a lot of champion belts will be on the line. A lot of moving parts. And SummerSlam definitely is going to be the show of the year. It should be one of the shows of the year with what's going to happen in SummerSlam. So hopefully things work out, and we'll see what happens. And we'll take it from there. But you know what? Yeah. For what it's worth, Brock Lesnar is back, and like I said, Obafemi had no opponents. There was nobody in nobody. They got rid of everybody. So it was the logical choice. They, like I said, they probably dropped the truckload of money. And all kidding aside, I think he was going to retire. And it's like, give me the money. I gotta put food on my table. Okay, here we go, Brock. We need you. So we'll see what happens.
I just don't think he wanted to job out to Gunther. So I'm kind of wondering if WWE agreed to give him 2 more matches with Obafemi, and so that way it leads him to eventually Gunther.
Yeah.
Because I could totally see him losing to Obafemi at Night of Champions, and the next night on Raw, or later that night, Gunther confronting him and then bumping into each other when Gunther's talking to Paul Heyman or something along those lines, which leads to a match between that and SummerSlam.
Which again, and that's probably correct, but that's why I say a WrestleMania match seemed more honest from him, and maybe in his back of his mind it's a ploy to get those matches. Hey, I don't want to job out to Gunther unless ...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
and if they're not falling in line with that, all right, I'll go out on my own, and you're not going to see it coming. And boom, that's what we got at WrestleMania. Now they're going to be like, holy shit, what are we going to, now what do we do? Now we got to
then matches. you put Obafemi at that point against Javon Evans again, or you put him on a crash course with Roman Reigns.
So this is the thing. This is what's going to happen. You're right. You talked about it before. That Obafemi is definitely going to be eyeing a championship match between either Gunther or Roman Reigns. Right now, the Bloodline storyline is going to go. You're not going to so you can rest assured that that down the road, Survivor Series, you might see something in Survivor Series to the fact where Obafemi is going for a championship opportunity down the road with SummerSlam going into the fall, going into the new year and WrestleMania 43, Saudi Arabia, could be Obafemi's championship match for the belt.
I mean, I understand he's insanely over, but WWE built Obafemi too quick because Obafemi should not be thrust in the main title picture. He should be at the mid card. He should be doing what Javon Evans and Ethan Page are doing and going after the Intercontinental Championship.
But they see him as bigger than the Intercontinental Champion, bigger than the mid card.
Right.
And that's the thing. And you're right. WWE has a habit of big man. I'm sorry, Sticks. I know you want to say something. Go ahead, Sticks. Go ahead.
I'm going to do you one better, Dom. I'm going to do you one better. Coming out of SummerSlam, I'm going to tell you that win or lose, it doesn't matter. He's going to be going into September. And what's coming up in September that's been moved? Money in the Bank. He's going to be your Money in the Bank winner and cash in somewhere, probably at SummerSlam. Or
cue all the LA Knight needs to win Money in the Bank talk.
Yep, because they're talking about that again. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're going to have Finn Balor. You're going to have friggin' Ethan Page. Probably the Javon Evans. Penta. Obafemi.
It's gonna be a stack Money in the Bank.
I think Obafemi has a clear shot for the championship. I don't think he's doing Money in the Bank. I think
you don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do Money in the Bank.
I think Money in the Bank has already been spoiled. I really think that CM Punk's winning Money in the Bank. He said it on his promo that night on Raw when he fought Cody, or when he was face to face Cody Rhodes. Where else in WWE does a title opportunity just fall from the sky? The contract hanging in the sky above you. All you have to do is climb a ladder and reach it.
That's true.
A WWE contract match falling in your lap. It
pretty
much felt like CM Punk was setting up Money in the Bank.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see CM Punk anywhere until at least SummerSlam. So that's what
I thought he was advertised for a couple of Raws after the European tour.
I think I read something that they pulled him.
Yeah, I know they pulled him for the European tour.
Yeah,
I don't know about after that.
All right, look, we did this we're waiting for 2 minutes with this.
I know,
but it's something big. But you know what? The speculation is
20 minutes on the clock. Here we go, boys.
All right, WWE is looking to sign tag teams because they depleted their tag team division with releases, and they've apparently spoken with the controversial ex-star and Enzo Amore during WrestleMania weekend, and the rumor has it in the dirt sheets that Big Bill, formerly known as Big Cass's AEW contract, is coming into an end next month. 2 minutes on the clock. Could we potentially be seeing the return of Enzo Amore and Big Cass, the certified G's and the bona fide studs? And can you teach that? Go.
Oh boy, go ahead, Six.
I'm going to make my statement short. I hope not. I think he's 10 years too late for them too. I'm glad that they went off into the Indies and did good, but coming back to the WWE, I think they're just too late with them. They already used them. We've already had them. Get some new blood in here.
You know what?
Find somebody else.
Let's run something. I think Big Cass is more of a golden ticket for WWE. 7 foot. You need some big men. And I'm saying, you see some big men in the
you got to have someone to feed Obafemi too.
Exactly. You need somebody in there.
Sorry, other way around. Someone to feed to Obafemi.
Exactly. You need that. So you need that big man. Wrestling always had that big man. Yeah, you have Amos, but he's He's tied up with the AAA thing right now. But
Yeah.
you know, yes, to get big cash, you have to bring in
well, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, they've been in the indies separate.
You know what? He's good in the mic. He's good in the mic. I can tell you.
They were insanely over. They were insanely over.
They were.
Enzo and Big Cass
Enzo.
were 100% insanely over. They were merch movers.
Yep.
They were
Yeah, their whole catchphrase. I mean, I understand bringing back tag teams, but why are you going to bring back guys that you got rid of in the first place that you felt like weren't up to snuff? And I like Enzo, but you got rid of them in the first place. They weren't up to snuff. So then you got rid of legitimate tag teams like the Motor City Machine Guns and the Wyatts due to age or whatever the reason is, just to turn around and try to bring back in guys that you got rid of 10 years ago that you felt like couldn't cut
How old are they? They're age too.
Now you're bringing them back in to see what they can do. Like,
oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you.
Look at Matt Cardona. Look at all these guys. You're just bringing them in to eat pins. Is that what we're doing here?
You know, I look at it this way. Maybe they will pump some new blood into the product, make it exciting. You have some interesting transactions, interesting fights, matches, cards. Wrestling cards that could be pretty cool down the road. You know, if they're bringing back these guys, maybe I'll get my boy back, Killer Cross. Maybe eventually he'll make his way back. You know, down the road.
So both Big Cass and Enzo are both 39 years old.
Yeah,
okay.
So you're firing stars in their 40s.
Yeah,
because they're
to bring
too
back
old.
people who are on the cusp of being 40.
You wanna make new stars, but you're afraid to pull the trigger because you're 3 to 4 years away from having a WWE without Cody Rhodes, without CM Punk, without Becky Lynch, without Seth Rollins, potentially without Roman
Reigns.
So now you just want to bring back in aging guys who you felt like couldn't cut it for one reason or another before. So
but wasn't, and I think you just said it, and I'll reiterate it. You just did that with your cuts, and you said we got to get rid of the age. We got to bring in the young. These guys they're only like a year younger,
and the young is not
some of the guys you left and dropped off.
You cut certified workers like the New Day. You have the audacity to ask the New Day, who were company guys, towed the company line to take pay cuts, and then you get rid of the Motor City Machine Guns, and you want to bring back in Enzo and Cass. And who's to say that you're going to be able to capture lightning in a bottle twice over, and you're going to get Enzo and Cass to be as insanely and wildly over as they were their first time around?
Yeah, you know what? Look,
correct.
Maybe you get lightning in the bottle a second time, bring them back. You know, but and look, Enzo could be in the mid card. You could have him wrestle in the mid card. You could have Big Cass, flirt with the championship. You can have both or tag, like whatever. You have options. Look, they have nobody. You got to bring in some of these veterans to actually compliment.
It's their fault though. They shouldn't have cut these guys.
I know you know this, but WWE cuts their nose despite their face. That's what they do. The business is like that. They let people go. And listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Braun Strowman shows up.
Ugh.
I don't think he can. I thought he say that he's got major health issues that are preventing him from wrestling anymore.
I don't know. I think
he's too busy stuffing his food on USA or stuffing his face on USA Network, ordering everything on the menu.
Everything on the menu, man, is a good show.
Yeah.
But there's really who's out there. I wouldn't be surprised that Zilla Fatu eventually signs. Comes in the fold.
I wouldn't be either. He's on his way in at some point.
Who?
Zilla
refused to sign a contract with AEW, and
right.
So that means that
I'm trying to help you. I know he's coming in.
So eventually he might pop up somewhere down the road. Maybe pop up in Crash in Italy, or
Clash in Italy.
Crash.
Clash.
Oh,
Clash.
Clash. I say Crash. Okay, Clash.
Crash.
New York.
Clash.
Is he
No. You can't explain away your mispronunciation.
Yes, I can.
Oh yeah, the Clash in Italy, man. That would be a New York accent. For you to completely call it the wrong thing is not your New York accent.
In Italy. I'm sorry.
Crash in Italy is not your New York accent.
It's, you know what I'm saying. The people, the viewers might not know what I'm saying, but anyway.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
We might see some surprises.
If I'm starting to understand Dom, I've been doing this too long.
So them to come in, it might spice up the other product a little bit for a short term.
Spice up that product.
A spicy meatball. You know what I'm saying?
That's my New York accent.
I do. Yeah.
Clash, cash, crash, whatever. It's the same shit. But we'll see what happens. Hey, and if they can get lightning in a bottle a second time with this,
yeah, good on them if they can.
Right. See what happens.
Good on them if they can, but I don't think.
All
right. What's our next 20-minute topic?
LA Knights, WWE teased The Rock's return on Raw last night. We saw the return of LA Knight just weeks after I released a short calling out WWE. Where the hell's Bailey? Where the hell's LA Knight? They both show up on the same show on the same night on Monday Night Raw. We got confirmation that there was no contract dispute with LA Knight. There was nothing. LA Knight needed time off. They had no creative for him, and that's what they took. He showed up at TV. And he confronted Seth Rollins, telling Seth Rollins, you may potentially need help. And we got the ominous shot of The Rock raising the people's eyebrow behind Seth. He stands there looking very Finn Balor-ish.
You know the funny thing is?
On there.
You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Because the fact is, when it comes to this, when they show him on the truck, it's a sign of things to come.
It happened one time in the road to WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes, and it was John Cena on the trail. You had two choices, John Cena and Stone Cold. John Cena game. It happened one time. 2 minutes on the clock. Is it time for us to stop overreacting to whose ugly mug shows up on the side of these damn production trucks?
Yes, please do. It's coincidence.
No, it looks like The Rock fought it, and Seth Rollins is like, something smells.
Well, do you smell The Rock's cooking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Smell what the crock is baking.
Okay. I have two things with LA Knight.
Yeah.
How do you not have creative?
What are you Canadian now? I got two things with LA Knight, eh?
Hey, yeah. Listen, I live close enough to Canada. I can say A if I want to. How do you not have good creative for the man who's probably the most over at one point in your program? And two, how come LA Knight at the very beginning of the show is already friggin' leaving? Where the hell is he going with his suitcase at the beginning of the show?
He's meeting up with Oscar because she left with a bag the week before.
Yeah, they're gonna meet up and have brewskis in the next city.
Look, LA Knight, if it after Monday night, it looks like that he's gonna be involved with the new bloodline, involved with Vision. There's a thing brewing. So LA Knight's going to be in the center of two big storylines. If that's the case, is he going to help Seth Rollins? I totally doubt it. Me personally, I actually think that I think we're going to see LA Knight turn heel. Because
maybe
he's confronting everybody. Like, who? Think about it. Who is wrong here? Who's the bad guy here, and who's the good guy? If you really think about it, with the bloodline, Roman Reigns. I'm not ordering you. I just want family by my side, but it's still the same thing. And he's always been a heel. He hasn't been a face, but they made him like a face. And then the Vision, Seth Rollins created the Vision. That's his monster, and they destroyed and took him out. And now he's trying to find. I think that he's going to break up Montez Ford and friggin' this guy because, you could remember talking about they wanted Montez Ford to go solo eventually.
Yeah.
So I think they will win the tag team champions off the Vision. But I actually think that once those belts come off, I think Montez Ford becomes is going on his own. But this could be This could be
Becomes a wasteful win.
something beginning of a huge storyline that connects all these tissues together. The Vision, the Bloodline, LA Knight, and it's good to see LA Knight back on screen, back on the I like how he messed up.
For
He
30
thinks I
seconds.
say things wrong. He called the Obafala he called it something. He called the Alpha Faba or something like that. He said something funny, and Jay had to turn around and
Yeah.
and because he broke character, he had to laugh because he said something the way he was saying the so I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We need more LA Knight. And
We
not
do
just-
need to be more LA Knight, but it's time for us as the WWE Universe, us as the IWC, us as pro wrestling fans to stop thinking that just because I understand Paul Heyman said, well, everything you see on TV is deliberate. Well, I'm sorry that if you're in a backstage area, so when is the Cricket 5G wireless guy coming out to get involved in a match? That's what I want to know because we see him everywhere. He's on the trailer right there. Maybe what's he coming out to cost Seth Rollins a match? Why is it that we automatically think that just because The Rock is here, The Rock is on the trailer because they want to have a loading dock segment that's ominous and means, oh, well, The Rock's coming back. The Rock's coming. No. The great one can stay home. The Rock can stay home. Until he's ready to commit, I don't want to see his candy ass back on WWE TV.
What about Becky Lynch? She's in the background sniffing the helium containers.
Oh, back over there. I see her.
That's my wife. Every good woman stands behind the good man.
Yeah. No,
I just say it. It's
you
time
just said
to-
it. I think that's why
No,
he's there.
listen, you got Becky Lynch, my hot husband. He's home with the kids. With the kid.
Yeah. Her trophy husband.
Your trophy husband. Yeah.
We talked about it last week, the speculation that Mick Foley would be joining AEW. We kind of speculated in what role he might be taking. I think the general consensus was we thought he would be taking a potentially general manager role on AEW. But it has been confirmed today that Mick Foley is set to appear in AEW for the Double or Nothing weekend. AEW President Tony Khan has announced that the WWE Hall of Famer will co-host the AEW Double or Nothing 2026 buy-in pre-show with Renee Paquette. Tony Khan said, before AEW, watch the buy-in free before the pay-per-view this Sunday. Your co-hosts are Renee Paquette and Mick Foley. Foley is coming back to TBS where he ran wild as Cactus Jack. Don't miss his first night in AEW on Sunday and see your Wednesday night Dynamite tonight.
Who told you he was coming back as a commentator? Who told you that?
What do you mean? Who told you that? Tony Khan himself.
Yeah, Tony Khan.
I did last week. I told you that last week.
Nah, look,
I told you that last week.
No, it's good. He comes in.
He's essentially coming in the Big E role.
Yeah, the biggie. Yeah, big
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
For the time being, and maybe there'll be other things down the road. I don't see him wrestling because if he goes wrestle, that's a dumb move. A general manager, freaking goddamn, a manager of one of the wrestlers or a tag team or something. But and commentating, he's pretty good in the mic. So
yeah, I will give him slight involvement, but not he won't be doing any matches.
No,
he's not going to be in a match.
Do you think anybody cares? Do you think this is going to raise? It might raise numbers for Double or Nothing, where people might tune in to see what Mick Foley thinks of AEW and thinks of the product and has to say. But really, in the long term, is this anything more than just a cash grab for AEW, attention grab for AEW, trying to get eyes on themselves in the midst of potentially a issue with a television rights deal? And where they're going to land with that?
No, I think that's probably just right what it is. Foley, who's had a beef with the WWE as of late, bringing him in kind of perpetuates that beef a little bit. Does it generate interest from people? Listen, he's still popular, no matter whether he's in the ring or not. Bringing him in isn't a bad thing. So, I think it's a short term. It's not a long term, unless he does gangbusters with what they do, and they keep him on longer, but right now I think it's a good short term.
You know what this is going to lead to? This is going to lead to a gimmick thing where he's going to do one pre-show as Cactus Jack, another pre-show as Dude Love, another pre-show as Mick Foley, and then another pre-show as Mankind. You're going to see it, and probably one as Santa Claus. When we get closer to the holidays, I bet you he does an AEW pay-per-view pre-show as Santa Claus.
I don't know if he can do the Mankind. Is Mankind owned by WWE?
I mean, he can do all of his personas.
Yeah, maybe.
So I will tell you that when he was in OVW not too long ago, he did do the Dude Love character.
So who knows?
Maybe.
But I can tell you right now that Mick Foley being on AEW does not change my want or need to purchase Double or Nothing. It does not one iota make me want to tune in. And I love Mick Foley. I'm a huge Mick Foley fan. I love Mankind. But him being there, I feel like, honestly, just bringing in politics where you don't want politics, you outweigh your welcome and outlast your welcome fast. And I feel like in some professional wrestling fans' eyes, that's exactly what Mick Foley did. When he took his stand against WWE and got political about it, it really, and the fact that WWE isn't commenting on politics, you tried to force their hand, and it really just put a bad taste in people's mouths about you. So I don't know how much of a draw Mick Foley is going to be for all this. You guys are just going to have to wait and see.
Fact, I mean, what's your political preferences? I believe. Hey, look, yeah, I understand. Freedom of speech, but there's a way of saying things. You know that somebody's not going to like what you say, regardless of the fact on who do you like in the political landscape, and you're going to have that heated comment, that heated situation where people are gonna hate you, regardless of the fact if you're right or left. That's why I believe political preferences, keep it on the low when it comes to things. Nobody, like, people are just crazy in the head when it comes to what's going on in the world, and and it's just nuts. Keep it on the down low, and that's what the actors, actresses, and people, they all have to say their thing, and then all this backlash and hate because the person has their preference. Stop it. Does it hurt a movie? Does it hurt a show? This and that. Sometimes yes, because people want to believe what they want to believe, and if someone says that, you're the enemy automatically. If you say something that isn't what they're liking and what they want, I think
it doesn't matter what you think. No, I'm just
I think Mick Foley, I think TKO, really, I think Mick Foley didn't like the way WWE was going and the way creative was, the way things were. And I think he wanted to change, get out of it because he didn't like the direction. But in the future, please, your preferences, keep it on the down low. You could always like whoever you want to like. Just come on, man. That's gotta stop. Really, I believe that has to stop. Because people, it's something that we want to get away from. We want to talk about fun things about this. We don't care what's going on. We do care, but the fact is, what what we say ain't gonna really make a change. Stick to wrestling. Stick to other things that ease the mind.
Yeah, true.
But Tony Khan thinks he has a gold mine by getting Mick Foley and trying to get somebody.
Good for him. If it works,
fantastic. If it works, more power to him.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. Our final top news story this week is Baron Corbin's WWE return is imminent. That's right. Bum-ass Corbin, a.k.a. Boring Corbin, is apparently on his way back from WWE after he has satisfied all of his obligation with his independent bookings and MLW, where he teamed with Donovan Dijak as part of the Skyscrapers. He's coming back to WWE to be part of whatever this science experiment or cloning experiment is with Danhausen, which in my opinion already spells disaster for a talent that they felt like wasn't good enough to stick around and let walk before, even after they sent him back down to NXT. You demoted him back down to NXT, where he had a great tag team with Braun Breaker, and then you call up Braun Breaker and you cut Baron Corbin, which means to me you don't see any value in Baron Corbin. Why now? And do we really think that Danhausen is the one that's going to finally help bum-ass Corbin find his footing in WWE?
Well, right now, Danhausen can't do no wrong. The biggest merch selling, made more money for freaking WWE than anybody put together right now.
But I think that's the ignorance of WWE creative, is that they are burning the fan out on Danhausen. There's too much Danhausen. Danhausen is on ESPN everywhere now. All of a sudden, Danhausen is on the show 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 segments a night on Raw, then again on SmackDown. And how long before his ass shows up in NXT? You got too much Danhausen on my television. I love me some Danhausen. I love the shtick. I enjoy it, but you got to be sparingly with it. And now you're just shoving it down our throats. And as much as you're trying, it's becoming kind of stale.
You got Baronhausen. That's what's going to happen. He's going to be like a Frankenstein's monster when he comes in. You know, they want to go back to that. It's a silly concept, but you know what? Right now, Danhausen is the hottest thing they have going. So if you build upon Danhausen's hot streak or whatever's going on, they're hoping to strike gold with them.
Yeah,
and you're right.
But
Baron Corbin was shit when he was in the main roster. He went down to NXT and had a great run down there, and being the tag team champions with Braun Breaker that was a great combination right there. And now to bring him back, it's like the same thing with Enzo Amore and Big Cass. You're bringing them back after you release them. So you're bringing back old talent that you didn't see a lot of value in down the road to release them in the first place, to bring them back again. So you're kind of hoping the same thing with, like I said, with Enzo and Big Cass. You hope that Baron Corbin can bring some kind of something that the WWE is missing.
You didn't have anything for Corbin to do when your creative was clicking on all cylinders. You had him be bum-ass Corbin, where he was down on his luck. Then you create a shit-ass character in Happy Corbin. And, just
that
like...
was horrible.
Dude, Bishop Dwyer, Dyer, whatever you want to call him, he's killing it on the indies. Great. Leave him there. Don't come back to WWE. They have nothing for you. It's career suicide. You're just going to find yourself right back on the indies in a year anyways. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back and his name is on the cut list come post WrestleMania next year, because I just don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody, what's Danhausen going to do for Baron Corbin that Braun Breaker couldn't do? That, the likes of the $1 Million Man couldn't do. It just, I don't know. You had him go from the end of days, the lone wolf, to bum ass Corbin, to happy Corbin, to just enough is enough, man. I don't know. I've never been high on Baron Corbin. I've never really cared for him.
You know what?
I think it's a waste.
He's got a cool move. He's got a cool move in the end of the day. But I like when he was.
But you got to be more than just a cool move.
But I like when he was a lone wolf. Lone wolf, Baron Corbin, when he first came onto the scene. Just I don't know. I really don't understand what's going on with WWE, TKO, what they're doing, what this is going to bring. They're going to try to make something out of nothing and hopefully strike gold. But let's see what the.
So, here's what I'm going to say. And like him or not, whether he comes back, I don't think WWE needs him. But B, I think he's doing much better in the indies than he will in WWE proper. Why take that jump back into WWE? Why leave a good thing? Why? You've got a great thing going with as the Skyscrapers with his tag team partner there.
Dijak.
Why? Yeah, Dijak.
Also a former NXT guy.
Yep.
Who was called up to the main roster and never used.
Never used.
Oh wait, they put him with that one.
Why leave?
What was the group that Meechin was a part of? Where they had them all in masks.
Oh, the friggin' yeah, and this guy what the hell?
I don't remember.
Night was it the
they all had crappy names like Laser, Blazer.
Yeah, was it the
Taser and
that Infuriate in the
Infurium.
The imminent what the hell is it called? I can't remember. That's not friggin'
help us out, chat.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
The Remnant. Was it the Remnant? No.
The Revenant?
Retribution.
Retribution. Okay. Yeah. Retribution. There you go. I can remember the name.
She was part of that shit ass group Retribution. Or he was part of that shit ass group Retribution.
Oh. Yeah.
It's the thing that your mom and dad did one night, and then 9 months later, along came a leftover Zaggy.
Wow.
That's what wrestling is.
I'm telling you, man, they missed out the opportunity that he could have been the buzzard in friggin' in the Playhouse. Back in the day.
Why? Yeah. When you had a much and far superior wrestler be the buzzard in God, now his name fucking just escaped me. Dexter Lumis.
Yeah. Dexter Lumis.
Yeah.
I think he's crazy to come back. I think he's doing good on the indies. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, you know what? They probably offered him a nice contract. He'll probably get a nice little he doesn't have to wrestle all the time, maybe.
Yeah, but isn't that what you want to do? You join for wrestling to wrestle.
You probably won't even see his face. He'd be the freaking gingerbread man coming back, man. He's gonna be the freaking you're gonna bring back the gingerbread man.
Gingerbread man. You got into pro wrestling to wrestle. Why would you take a contract to not wrestle?
I don't know. You know what? We're gonna see what Danhausen has in store for Baron Corbin. If that is Baron Corbin, he's gonna resurrect.
Yeah. I could see CM Punk or Roman Reigns taking a contract that limits their wrestling because of their age. Corbin's 32 or at least.
32.
He's not that old. He's not that old. Maybe he's still in his 20s. I don't know.
I'd have to look it up. He's not in his 20s.
But he's 41.
Damn.
Corbin's 41?
Yes, he's 41.
Yeah, what the hell, man? God.
I thought he was in the 30s. See, he looks young to me. To me, he looks young.
When you shave hair,
I'm 900 years old.
I'm not 55. I'm actually 25.
There you go. Yeah. Clean. Clean himself up. All right.
And I wear gold-plated underwear.
And you probably do. You wear you wear Victorian Secret. Victorian
That's right, Victorian Secret. I love it. I like it.
Bloomers.
No, you know what the hell? It begs the thing again. If you think about it, you're letting other talent go to bring back old talent that actually in their 40s. Does it make sense?
To bring back guys that didn't cut it the first time that you already released, that you're going to sign to another contract for what? And when he doesn't get over with the crowd, and Danhausen can't get him over, what are you going to do then? You're going to pay him to sit at home for 90 days.
He could win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal again.
Yeah, it's almost
he went
like
on the Indies, and he did nothing to elevate himself or change his character that's going to translate well to WWE. They're going to put him right back in the bum-ass Corbin character, and nobody's going to care.
No, he come back as the bum-ass Corbin character and freaking Danhausen. You are not cursed, and makes him happy Corbin again.
I don't want to see him walking out there in his stupid fedora and his button-down shirt.
Yeah. Hey.
You're going to come back, put him in face paint, and have him be Danhausen's enforcer.
Yeah.
It's going to be Festus all over again. He's just going to sit there like...
ding,
True.
Ding, ding.
Damn, Corbin.
He said, I'm Baronhausen.
Korphausen.
Korphausen.
Boo.
I like
Happyhausen.
rocks.
Happyhausen.
He was talking, I like rocks.
Yeah. But all right, that's our off the top rope, our fast 2 minutes for our top 5 topics. Now we're gonna hand it over to Dom to tell us what are the Dirty Dom dirt sheets.
You took all
Digging up
my
this week.
things today. Well, all right. If you notice, Julia has actually a new look. That she took out all her all the curls that she had in the head, all the cornrows.
Cornrows.
Yeah, she's got a short blonde hair now. Like I don't know if they're gonna make her turn face now. I don't know. The change might be something in the future that she's gonna become a goodie. But that was something that I seen. So I don't know if that's the case. That possibly could be. What else? Let me see. What I the Enzo stuff that was all on the dirt sheets. Most of the stuff that was in the other 2 minute ticker was on the dirt sheets. So, but yeah, we can go back.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why is WWE putting the Creed brothers under a mask on Raw, but not putting the Creed brothers under masks on AAA?
AAA.
Because
El Grande Hermanos.
no, because the masks are coming off. The mask will be coming off. Are they fighting inside an main event or
No, they're fighting on
No.
AAA.
Which one? Okay, AAA.
But you already
AAA.
know that Chad Gable is losing that
Yeah,
match
Chad
because
Gable's-
he's already been advertised to return on Raw.
Yes, so he's losing. So he's definitely losing. So I think the Creed brothers is eventually going to come back to TV and become a tag. They're going to push them as a tag team again because you have
They're gonna
nobody
get
in the tag team division.
Never. The minute the storyline's over.
Yeah, so
It's like WWE doesn't know how to book their own shows. They keep.
but I think they're going to bring back the Alpha Academy. Is Chad
you think
Gable
they're
coming
gonna-
back as?
You think they're gonna ditch American Made and go back to Alpha Academy?
Again, let's bring back something that doesn't
Where's Ivy
work.
now? Where's Ivy now? Did she get
cares?
cut?
On the unemployment line.
No, she didn't get cut, but she might as well have.
Very well. I haven't seen her. Or was she in AAA the other day? Who knows?
I really think that that scenario is that I think the whole El Grande. I know El Grande Americano is big over there in AAA. I know that.
Well, he's big as a heel, yes.
He's big, but he's actually good over there. He's actually baby, which makes no sense. He's freaking goddamn. He's face there. Here, he's a heel. Makes no sense. But
yeah.
Another thing, Bronson Reed.
Is he just a heel? Is he just a face over there because you don't understand Spanish?
Maybe.
Because he still seems
Hola,
pretty
¿cómo estás?
heelish.
Muy bien.
He
Gracias.
still
amigo.
seems pretty heelish in AAA.
You're over there.
Are you equating him being able to speak Spanish as why he's over in AAA, as opposed to Gable, who wouldn't know Spanish off the
figure.
if it didn't come on the
Kaiser-
Taco Bell menu?
Kaiser is European, and he's speaking Spanish better than some other people, which is kind of crazy. That makes it funny.
Well,
That's why it's funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
So we might have, Clash in Italy. We might have a return Bronson Reed.
Here we
Bronson
go
Reed-
again.
Bronson Reed might make his triumphant return.
Right.
It's that time of
Right,
year
yeah,
again
yeah.
where Dom speculates every single week that somebody is coming back for the next 6 months. And then when he finally shows up, Dom's going to be like, yo, I told you he was coming back. I told you he's coming back.
Hey, listen.
Told you.
Let me live my biggest triumph when Brock
told
Lesnar
you
made his return. When Brock Lesnar made his return, I said, "I see you. I told you, and you know it."
Yeah, I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. So no matter if you just come up here every week and be like, Bronson Reed's coming back at this event, and Bronson Reed's coming back here, you're going to be right eventually.
Listen, stop being Marco for a minute and be Matt.
I am being me. I'm just telling you.
Here comes the draft.
Yeah, the draft.
The draft is coming back. But,
the only thing you really got right was that Ethan Page was coming to the main roster. That even took 7 months.
He was saying that for like 7 months before that.
Come on, man. Give me some credit.
But we agreed with you on that he deserved to go up to the main roster, but it took him that long just to
let me ask you a question.
Find out how to do it.
Do you think we get Maxine Dupree as a new member of the division?
No.
Why was she in the truck?
I'm surprised she still has the job. That's another one I'm surprised.
Why is she always in the back with Austin Theory and Joey Lawrence?
Because maybe they're gonna do an on-screen romance angle between the two, or
she's taking them to friendlies.
Yeah. Hey, but
maybe it's the only way she can get TV time because she can't wrestle.
From the back of back of the truck.
They're gonna have a Where's Waldo as a game on WWE television where it's Find Maxine Dupree.
Hey, she's gonna come back stronger than ever.
And be used for 2 matches and lose.
She's gonna come back and win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, right.
I put it out there.
I hope she's saving money in her bank because she might be, interest lost.
I want to bring something up really quick. It has something to do with Liv Morgan.
Is it about how she doesn't defend her championship and the title sucks?
How don't they have anybody to defend? I know Stephanie Bakir is hurt. She's on her way back. But the whole fact is that how do you not have anybody step up to go? They have nobody. It's ridiculous.
They just don't know how to book the women's division. EO's last 2 championship runs sucked. Stephanie's championship run sucked. Liv's championship run sucks. They don't defend the titles. They don't wrestle. Break up the fucking Judgment Day already. I'm so sick and tired of the Judgment Day. I don't need to see another street fight between Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I don't need to see Dominic Mysterio's ass getting involved with anything. Break up the Judgment Day. It's done. It's over. It's poor. Move on. Edge, who created it, is no longer there. You kicked out Finn Balor. You got rid of Rhea Ripley. You got rid of Damian Priest. Let it go. Be done. I don't need to see.
I want to see Jamie.
I don't want to see Roxanne or Raquel win any WWE.
I want to see JD McDonough freaking wrestle in the mid card. Let him cook, man. Put him in the mid card.
His head's too big. Doesn't fit.
Yeah. True, but it's all right. Yeah, this week's dirt sheets. You put all the dirt sheet stuff in the 2-minute ticker, which that was stuff, and we'll see what happens. There's some stuff that's brewing that I'll have for next week in the dirt sheets. That I want to just make sure, but we will see.
I'm surprised you didn't touch on Charlotte Bordeaux talking about WWE's cleavage policy, Dom.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. But now it's like she says she denies that's even a thing now. The whole thing, because come on, look at all the girls that show cleavage. How many wardrobe malfunctions have we had in the last couple of weeks?
A lot.
A lot. So you can't say the cleavage thing. Me personally, I think that there was more of the fact that the Saudi stuff maybe has a lot to do with it because Saudi, lots of women all covered up, this and that, and maybe she covering up. I don't know. Maybe some people feel more comfortable.
So you think they're trying to get their cleavage to Saudi ratio up So when they covered up, the ratio was still at a high from the last few weeks before the Saudis, and after the Saudis, the cleavage numbers go back up.
Look. Did anybody say anything about Tiffany Stratton with her cleavage showing? Anybody say anything with Rhea Ripley's cleavage showing?
I don't think anyone's complaining about it.
I know. I'm just saying. But there was a thing saying that the higher ups in WWE wanted her to cover her cleavage. I don't. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Are they? Are they asking that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
They never said it. And listen, when the King used to say puppies all the time, they never said cleavage was bad. Show the cleavage.
Well, look who was in charge. Look who's in charge.
I know. They're too conservative, man. Come on. Oh, we wanted a kids brand. Come on, man. Kids see freaking boobs every freaking day.
Shocker, the guy that likes to potentially have women shit on him or shit on women literally would be okay with an old man screaming about puppies, right?
Yeah.
Puppies. No, but
yep.
Like I said, I don't know when it comes to certain the aspects to that. That's you have, like I said, you have Jade Cargill, with the skimpy outfits. It's one of those things where the women,
they gotta have her do something because she sure as fuck ain't wrestling.
No, listen, you can come out in skimpy outfits anytime, man. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank God for the return of house shows. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Right.
All right, now it's time for our 3 count where we go through the week's professional wrestling and we talk about each show, but instead of reviewing it match by match, we give you our best moment, worst moment, and what were they thinking moment of the night. And as always, we're going to kick things off with last weekend, Friday night SmackDown sticks. What are you cooking on for last week's Friday night SmackDown? Give me your 3 count.
All right. So the only thing I'm going to say about SmackDown is that it was horrible. I don't think there was I don't really have too much of a recurring moment. Cody Rhodes cooked on the mic. I thought he did pretty good, but I don't really have a what were they thinking except for why is the show still. I mean, I know they're going back down to 2 hours, so I think I'm hoping that once it goes back down to 2 hours, they consolidate some of the other crap that they're doing in there.
Yeah, they're just trying to make things.
Yeah. I don't really have anything good to say about SmackDown this week. It was not my favorite of the week. In fact, once we get to NXT, that's when I'll say that was my favorite of the week. So that's it for me. I really don't have moments for this thing except Cody's mic on the mic.
Dirty Dom, enlighten us with your 3 count, my friend.
I'm going to give what we're thinking. Well, first thing, we all know now that Trick Williams is now face because we had the Miz and Kit Williams coming out to
Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson, not Cat Williams.
I think Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson.
You said Cat Williams.
I said Kit.
No, you did not. Go back and check the tape. You said Cat Williams.
I said Kit Williams, not Williams. Wilson. That's what I meant. Wilson. I'm sorry. So we all know that he now.
Unbelievable.
Hey.
Amateurs. I'm working with amateurs.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I thought actually, what were they thinking? Ricky Saints ain't getting the best. He lost to Carmelo Hayes, which he's still trying to find the place, and he's still not getting the feedback with the crowd. So, what do you think is the next step if he doesn't get the feedback? That's the whole thing. It's like it kind of sucks that they're making him lose all the time. Him and Soruka are the only ones that keep losing. The best moment was Royce Keys coming out and that freaking Gunther's playing these games to sign the contract, and freaking Royce Keys comes out and says, "If you're not going to sign, I'm going to sign." I like that. I like that whole fact. And I also like the fact you had Royce Keys versus Gunther. But the only thing I know that the referee got knocked out. Solo friggin' gave a shot to friggin' Keys and make him lose. And kind of sucks that you have to bury him like that with Gunther. I know he's going against Gunther. Gunther can't lose. But I'd rather see Gunther like get no decision or disqualification, something that doesn't hurt him as a character, but props up somebody else to make more tension. Like, oh, this guy won with this. It's like when Maxine Dupree beat Becky Lynch.
She won the count out.
The count out, and then she won the other one. So like that the count out, you lost, but it was a count out. You didn't lose. So something like that could have been.
It doesn't hurt your character, but it just emblazons your feud with the other.
I wasn't thinking that. I think they buried Royce Keys like that. I didn't like that Royce Keys lost to Gunther. I know it's Gunther, but come on, man. You could have thought of something else.
I don't think it buried him, but I don't think it. I agree that there should have been more of something else to that match happening. Like,
let's be honest,
Solo gets involved, and that should have been the disqualification.
Royce Keys shouldn't have been involved in that match in the first place.
I know, but it's to open the door.
I agree with Dom. They're trying to give him something to do.
Yeah,
you can give him something to do by having him, chase the mid card. He could go up against Trick Williams for the United States Championship.
Yeah,
you
but
don't need to have Royce Keys in the main event scene, taken away from Gunther, stepping in for Gunther like that. It's stale.
Yeah, but you don't want Gunther to figure like you put Gunther in this thing. You got to make more story for this shit.
Yeah,
and you have to build up freaking Gunther. Look, Gunther's going to take the belt off Cody because apparently, like I said, the rumors are that Cody's going to be facing the Vision. He's going to have a storyline against the Vision in the future. So you gotta you want to make things up. You want to introduce new stars. Like I said, if Royce Keys would have won, like Gunther would have got counted out and would have won, had a chance of going for the belt, and it would have made it more interesting. But we all know Gunther had to go for the belt because it's all predictable. You got to change things up. Make Gunther like lose with a countdown and go, what the hell? I lost with a countdown. He didn't get pinned. He didn't lose. He didn't tap out. He didn't do anything. He lost with a countdown. That would have been something. But we all know what's going to happen. That's the thing. That was the worst moment, with SmackDown. The other stuff, like you got Danhausen in there, friggin', doing his thing, his little segments. But take the belt off of friggin' Damian Priest and R-Truth. R-Truth is hurt. He's leaving soon. He's going on a tour. So you think that they might lose the belts?
Yeah.
In the foreseeable future.
Very foreseeable future.
That's like saying that I might have a glass of water in the foreseeable future.
Man, why do you have to be so technical? I know I'm gonna have a glass of water in the foreseeable future. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you're stating the obvious because eventually, yes, they're going to lose the title.
Yes, Captain Obvious here. Save the obvious.
Yeah, but for me, what were they thinking night? Moment of the night is what the actual fuck are we doing with Johnny Gargano?
I know.
Why are we why are we punishing Johnny Gargano for Tommaso Ciampa leaving and going to AEW? You're effectively, if you want a good textbook idea of WWE killing a career, look no further than what they got Johnny Gargano doing right now.
That's crazy, man. They got him just laying down.
This man is literally getting paid millions of dollars to lay in the back and plank on some boxes.
Yo, I'll take it. Give me the money. I'll take that money.
Not wrestle. His name is no longer Johnny Wrestling. It's now Johnny Planking.
Yo, I definitely do that.
That's my what were they thinking moment of the night. My best moment of the night is probably that Carmelo Hayes. I don't want to say Carmelo Hayes, Ricky Saints. Actually,
a good match, but it wasn't great.
there was really no good moment. The whole show of SmackDown was the worst moment. SmackDown's unsufferable.
What?
It's just insufferable.
What?
I can't stand to watch SmackDown other than in clips. I can't do it. It's insufferable. Everything they're doing, Cody Rhodes and Gunther, who cares? They haven't given me a reason to care. We still don't know why Gunther is going after Cody. It just nobody cares. Carmelo Hayes, Ricky Saints. What you doing to Ricky Saints? You can't even get this boy a launching path off the ground. Like, what are we actually doing here? And then of course we got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Beeb Fab and Michin with Jade Cargill. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody wants to see half of those people on TV. So I'm just gonna call it like I see it. All of SmackDown is just the worst moment. Johnny Gargano is a victim of his own the WWE creative downfall, and that sucks. But everything SmackDown's providing is just dog shit. So,
like, see Johnny Gargano go for a belt, the champ,
yeah, absolutely. Why is he not United States champion?
Exactly.
Why is he not in that title picture? Why is he not on Raw? Move his ass to Raw. Give him some fresh scenery and let him cook and be in the mid-card.
Put him in the mid-card, man. Put him in the mid-card. We need more mid-carders, man. Imagine Johnny Gargano against freaking goddamn Ethan Page. Imagine the freaking Dana Madonna. There's some good freaking potential.
Have they just run out of writers? They've run out of quality writers. They've run out of ideas.
Yeah.
It's the PG era, man. The fact that WWE refuses to move away from the PG era, I feel like, is really making the product stale because it limits what they'll do.
Yep. Yep.
But all right, Monday Night Raw, best moment, worst moment, and what were they thinking moment of the night? I'm going to start with Dom since he came in here and so proudly declared, "Hey, yo, Monday Night Raw was a pretty good show."
I actually the best moment. I actually think the street fight with Finn Balor and friggin' Jade Madonna was a highlight. The best moment. That and the sit down with Ethan Page was my best moments of Raw. The worst moment.
That should tell you how good Monday Night Raw was. That Dom's favorite moment was a Michael Cole sit down promo segment.
Hey, but all ego, man. It's funny, man. It's funny, man. He's good in the mic. I can't wait to really starts cooking more on the mic. He wants to put that fear into Penta.
Literally just said your best moment of Monday Night Raw was a Michael Cole.
Well, I said my best moment was the Jade Madonna, and friggin' Finn Balor fight. That was my highlight. And then you could put the Ethan Page in there in the interview. The worst moment, I really have to. The worst moment was the tag team championship, Brie and Paige. Against Roxanne and
Raquel.
Raquel. I really think that it's just stale.
You have to bring up Judgment Day. You have to pull that trigger.
Actually, you know what? You really want something big to happen? I'd rather see Raquel attack Liv and have them fight and become something. I'm waiting for that moment to happen. That has to happen to make it more interesting because right now it is stale. Judgment Day, you're right, is stale. I think Finn should move away from it now. Finn should go into the mid-card and then eventually go back into the championship picture, but go to the mid-card right now. He can cook in the mid-card. You can make that mid-card crazy. You forget Ethan Page fighting Finn Balor. I was telling somebody about that today. That'd be a great match. Never seen before. First time ever.
You were literally telling me about that 5 minutes before the show started.
I know. I'm just saying first time ever. But I also talked to a friend of mine who's a big wrestling fan.
No, you didn't. I don't believe you don't. I don't believe you don't.
Come on, you got to believe me, man.
I don't believe you.
I'm very interested in seeing the whole Seth Rollins thing. Eventually, if he's going to get allies, allies. He probably will get some allies down the road. But I just want to see him build up. Like this reminds me of when he was trying to get the band back together again. When he was trying to get the Shield back together again, and trying to get Dean Ambrose be aboard, come aboard back to bring back the Shield, reunite the Shield with Roman Reigns. I want to see how that transpires, but Raw was pretty, like I said, it was pretty good. It had, like I said, I'm tired of that friggin' clutch, that the Jacob Fatu keeps doing, the death grip.
Why are you sick of the tongue and death grip?
It's just pain in the ass. It's got to be something else. There's got to be something. It's got to make another move. That's annoying.
It's a chokehold. It's just a chokehold.
It stopped you in your tracks. You're like, oh, you stopped. And Michael Cole, it's a death trip. They're going crazy. Like, oh, you can't get out of it. It's bullshit. You start seeing fucking the fake blood coughing up by Roman. It's so stupid. But yeah, those are my moments.
You don't like the tongue and death grip, huh?
Not really. They could do another move, man.
Yeah. All right.
Sticks, what say you, my friend?
For my best moment, I'm gonna go with the Vision and the Street Profits at the end. I thought that was a good way to push that bit of a feud. I don't particularly like the idea of breaking up the Street Profits. I know that they want him to go on a singles run, but they just got back and they need tag teams. You're gonna break up another tag team just so one of your guys can go on a singles run? What are you gonna do with Dawkins? Dawkins isn't gonna go on a singles run.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll end up breaking them up. I don't mind them teasing it, but I don't think they should, and I don't think they will. My worst moment. Let's see what I have down for. Oh, my worst moment. It was the Judgment Day match as well. Something needs to get peppered in there and spice it up. And I think you guys are right on the dot with the Judgment Day going to the wayside, or something going on there, something mixing it up, because it's they've tried to make that faction seem unbeatable for so long, even though they get beat most of the time. When they get the belt, then they become kind of, they go on these runs. So I don't know. It's getting old for me as well on that. My what were they thinking? I'm going to go to that. Hear me out. The Brock Lesnar Obafemi. I feel like they either did it too soon, or they were too late on it. Right? So
expound. How do you feel they were too late?
Because they're too late with it because of the retirement. The retirement pushed it. So if you remember, we were talking about WrestleMania with them having this match, and it should have gone to a double discount, or double
count out, or the double disqualification.
Yeah, and then you move into the next match, which probably would have been still at Clash, because you're not going to put it on. I don't think you're going to put it on Saturday Night's Main Event, where one of them finally comes in. When it's probably going to be Brock. Then you go to your next PLE. Ova comes over. That pushes in to Gunther, coming up into Brock to get Brock into for SummerSlam. I don't know. I think they're going in, and we already know it. They're going in too many directions. They don't know which direction they're going, and I think they're missing advantages to this feud with Brock and Oba to lead into Brock Gunther. I think this one was a week too soon. I think they should have done it maybe SmackDown or because SmackDown taped this week or no, next week because of the Italy. It's not. They don't have SmackDown in Italy, right?
No, I think SmackDown is going to be taped. I don't know if I don't know if SmackDown is.
It might be, maybe.
I don't remember them advertising SmackDown in Italy.
Wait, is that's not the show that's on Tuesday, is it?
No, that's NXT.
No. There is a SmackDown.
Are they doing a special
on a Tuesday
SmackDown
night? Yeah.
Oh. I don't know then. That's interesting.
SmackDown is not in Italy. SmackDown May 29th. SmackDown is taking place at the Olympic Arena in Barcelona, Spain.
Oh, in Spain.
SmackDown will be in Spain.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Barcelona.
And I think they could have done it a little better. But again, I like many people thought that Brock legitimately retired. It was just a matter of whether or not how much money they were going to give him to come back, or when he was going to come back,
or if he was going to just decide to
and just go. I've had enough of your shit, and I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
I mean, clearly Brock likes money, so all you have to do is wave a bag in front of his face, and he'll be like, "All right, I'm coming back."
Yeah. Here I got. What have I got here? What have I got for you, Brock? I got a nice crisp $5 Canadian bill. There you go.
I mean, he does live in Saskatchewan, so he might like that.
Yeah.
Yep. He likes fish.
So
there, that's my Raw review.
For me, Monday Night Raw, my favorite moment of the night was Brock Lesnar coming back, because I tweeted out, and I even said to you guys, that this show was boring before Brock came back. It was boring. Yep. I said, man, this hour and a half of Monday Night Raw has felt like 4.
You said it every week.
Yeah, because it does. It's boring. It is boring. It is a boring show. Raw, you started off hot with the Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns stuff, but you're essentially doing the same shit with the Bloodline. The Bloodline shit's already stale. And now you got Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns in tribal combat. Jacob's not beating Roman. As much as we want to see it happen, it's not happening. I think we all know that. So the predictability of it, and then everything was pretty predictable right up until Brock Lesnar came back. I don't think anyone suspected Brock Lesnar coming back.
Nope.
I know I didn't.
So that was oh shit, Brock Lesnar, when he came behind him. Like, who the hell is that? Shit, Brock Lesnar.
Great. Mm-hmm. Great. Man, the Seth Rollins. I think the best moment for me was that LA Knight was back on TV.
Yeah.
The LA Knight and Bayley were both back on TV.
Yep.
30 seconds.
And the week after, before the SmackDown, you had Camilla Hayes and.
And my what were they thinking moment of the week is the Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory. How much longer can we dance around Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker before nobody gives two shits anymore?
Well, I think it's past the prime anyway. But they both got hurt. This should have been already taken care of. This should have been done already. Freaking Seth Rollins should be moving on to other opponents.
But I think the other problem is that there's no other opponents right now for Seth. Where do you go with Seth? Obafemi, Roman Reigns, like where do you go with Seth?
Not Obafemi, Roman Reigns. They're in storylines already, man. So you gotta,
that's what I'm saying. Where do you go with him?
There's really nothing you can do. You have to
Williams.
But now you have the Street Profits involved in the storyline too. So it's becoming interesting. And you put LA Knight back in the fold.
So you're essentially taking Seth from a group to just turn around and trying to put him in another group.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not a faction, but a group of.
I think if Bronson Reed comes back, I think the maybe like I said, Max Dupree might be taking Austin Theory and friggin' Logan Paul and doing their own thing.
I hope that happens, because then that means that the Braun Breaker's free. He can go do what he wants with Paul Heyman, and we have no more Vision. Because of what is the Vision anymore? What is the Vision?
It's just a name now.
Yeah, it's got no substance to it.
Just something that's there. Oh, we're the Vision. You
Pretty
have
much.
the vision of what it was supposed to be with Seth. I'm going to take over the company using these boys.
He was going to be the present while taking over things with the future.
Yeah. And without him in that group, they're just another tag team. They
did a better job of taking themselves out than they did taking anybody else
I know,
out.
right? Yep. Yeah, they do. All right.
So that was Monday Night Raw for me. Now we move into NXT last night. I'm going to start. My worst moment of the night is, how much longer are we going to push Mason Rook like he's some big time guy that we should know? How much longer are we going to let this man walk out there in his singlet with his man Dussy out? Like his meat flaps were flapping like he just got done eating an Arby's big beef and cheddar.
Jesus.
He needs to not wear that singlet. Put him in some pants. It's not doing him any favors. Like Bronson Reed can wear that, and you don't see his man Dussy flapping all over the place. Like I legitimately thought at one point his fucking nuts were falling out of that thing. I said to my wife, I was like, is that dude's balls like frog eyeing out of his singlet? And she goes, no, it's just the skin around. It looks like the singlet's a little tight. It's the skin in his thigh gap, I guess you want to call it.
Oh.
David said he did look like Bronson Reed. Like, big man. As a fellow former big man, like, come on, you got to get a better outfit. Like, I mean, the internet is being absolutely savage to this guy, to where they're saying that he looks like Piper Niven.
Oh my god,
that's funny. I sent that meme to in the chat. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That's savage, absolute savage to this poor guy.
That's cruel. That's cruel.
That is cruel. Poor guy.
I mean, he looked good. His moveset, good. He reminded me of like a young Bam Bam Bigelow. What were they thinking?
Yes.
What were they thinking of the night? What the fuck is his entrance? Am I the only one that was given Chris Benoit fucking PTSD the minute his entrance theme hit? Like, I was literally like, dude, this guy's entrance is like Chris Benoit's. The music sounds just like Chris Benoit's.
Huh. True. That was true.
I'd have to re-listen to it. I didn't hear that, but maybe it is.
Best thing of the night, they broke up Dark State. They finally broke up Dark State. At least a member of Dark State.
Yeah.
Which is now going to turn around and start hunting probably the rest of Dark State. So at least we're a step closer to Dark State being broken up and off our TVs.
Mm-hmm. I think we mentioned that last week, that they needed to break up Dark State. So somebody's listening.
So good on them for breaking up breaking up Dark State. What are we doing with the man Dussy out over here for this new dude? And what Mason Rook, and what is up with his entrance music?
Let's
get as close to Chris Benoit as we can without actually getting at Chris Benoit. Go ahead, Dom.
No, you're right on that. You're right on that. I thought it was like, wait a minute, sounds familiar. And that was like, okay, got that. And I'm with you with the outfit he had on and stuff like that. But my best moment was Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Rain. Putting Izzy Rain in the main championship picture already. They got a lot of hopes for her. You know what I'm saying? That they already putting that. I know that the women's division is kind of depleted now because it took out all the, but there's still, you still have a lot of women in that. But to put her in the championship picture already like that, that means they have a lot of faith in her, and she's actually resonated really good with the crowd, and people like Izzy Rain, and I'm really liking her. I really think that she has a great look, and like I said, a great in-ring prowess. I like what she brings to the table. Yeah, also finally they broke up Dark State. One of the members are gone. So you can rest assured probably in the next couple of weeks we'll probably get another outsider. Looking in, become the light state, because that'll be the lights are on. They can't they don't know what's going on in the dark anymore. But other than that, I liked Miles Bourne with Tony D'Angelo. I liked the segment they had. All the champions were in the room, and they were all talking about they're gunning for us, and we have to be ready, And then of course you get friggin' Evil again popping up out of nowhere, telling Tony D'Angelo that championship looks good.
How lame was that, though? How lame?
I know. I know.
How lame was that?
They could have let that man go on his honeymoon instead of showing up there. For that
exactly.
Let him go be face deep in some.
What do you think of that? Just to have a little cut, was that cut done before the show, and they actually edited that in, that he really wasn't there, but it was like a film the week ago before he went to his wedding? Who knows?
Let him go get some EO in between EO thigh, not fucking.
I think
walk in and be like
EO thigh.
Yeah,
Mason Rook is going to be pushed a lot. He's just.
Oh my god, I know, and it's giving me fucking early Roman Reigns PTSD.
You know why? Because the fact is that he's a big dude, very agile, fucking flips and does things, and
he looks like Chaz Bono.
Chaz Bono.
Chaz Bono. First of all, stayed in the hotel one time when I was in the hotel. Popped out of somewhere like this. What the heck?
Who did?
What popped out at the hotel?
Yeah, what's popping out at you at hotels?
They popped up, or him, or whatever, but popped up at the hotel one time, long time ago.
Chaz Bono.
Yeah, Chaz Bono. Yeah.
I was like, who are you talking about?
I was trying to.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out.
I was trying to be
okay.
Not offensive and politically correct at the same time, but at the same time, I don't know. Really. But anyway.
The other big meme going around is that Mason Rook looks like Peter Griffin.
Peter.
That's sad, but you know what? He's good. He's got a good freaking goddamn video package for freaking the Indies, man. What he's done in the Indies, man. It's sad, But you see, that's what happens, Keith Lee got the same thing. He was a heavy man, freaking goddamn. What's his name? Man, Samoa Joe, big man. Big Show. Yeah. Andre the Giant. Anybody that was a big man that there was always somebody say about their stomach, about their weight, about let the dude cook. Yes, he likes to eat. I understand that, but at the same time,
he's a super heavyweight. That's fine. I get that. I'm all for that. But bro, know that when you can't tell me when he hits the ropes, he ain't hearing his thighs going.
I know. Hey, listen. But you know what? Listen,
Oh, yeah. I can't. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I won't say nothing.
It's just
Just change the ring gear. Just change the ring gear. That's it. That's all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the ring. I would definitely. I'm on you with that. Change the ring gear because at the end of the day, it's all about being comfortable too.
I mean, I talked to 5 different people that I know that are professional wrestling fans today, and I said, "Hey, did you watch NXT? Yeah, it was a good show. What do you think of Mason Rook?" I couldn't get past the meat hanging out of his trunks. I couldn't get past the thighs, and I was like, "No, okay, I'm not alone then." And Eric was one of them.
I think you lied too. Like you said, I lied to my friend, the wrestling fan. I think you lied to 5 different guys. You probably went to 5 guys burgers.
No. I've got the messages to back it up. And Eric is one of them.
Okay. I'll give you that. Eric. I believe that. No, but
his performance was great.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think NXT is now lame with all the call-ups and being depleted?
I think it's I don't think it's lame. But it's definitely going through a rebuilding phase, a transitional phase. Kind of like I said last week, like it was when it reminds me a lot of like when all the big like Shinsuke Nakamura and Adam Cole and all those guys left. It's a rebuilding process. It's just like it was when they left it to like Javon Evans, Obafemi, things like that. They've got to build stars, and that is what they're trying to do. And you got to build stars, but not try to force a guy down our throats and force us to care about a guy that you gave no video package for. You didn't give 2 fucks about when he debuted. You just kind of threw him out there. And now you want me to care about Mason Rook and who he is and why is he going right after Tony D'Angelo and what beef does he have after Tony D'Angelo? And, it's you're trying to get me to ask all the wrong questions here. You should give me a reason to care about Mason Rook.
Maybe what happened was that Tony D'Angelo had him pay for a meal at an Italian restaurant that he thought he was going to get the meal for free. And
so now you're saying he dined and dashed. He dined and dashed on Tony D'Angelo. Tony's not happy.
Hey, could be, anything's possible. No, but I think that's the new thing now. You put these guys in major storylines against champions off the bat, to try to spark some interest. Like, I do like the fact that some of these new guys get opportunities, but you got guys in the back that actually should be in the picture, and they never get the opportunity.
It's all in how you present it, because usually when someone debuts, the announcer's like, "Oh, Booker, that's so-and-so. He did this and this on the indies," and da-da-da-da-da-da. You're listing off his resume to get people to be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
But nothing was said.
Yeah, let me look into this guy. Give me a reason to go out
They
there.
Should have had a video package, showing him what he did.
And what did we get? Is that a fan? Is that a fan? Yeah. That's all we got. Is that a fan?
And then all you got is John Cena. He's big. He's bad. He'll body slam your dad. And then they rolled out the video package.
Mm-hmm. So what they should have did was before he came in, they should have had a video package. Who is this guy like popping up? You don't know what he's gonna pop up.
I wouldn't even have done that. Just make him out as a rookie, and he's really good. And don't come in with a guy and think you guys should know who he is because he's been on the indies.
What they should have did was
don't expect your audience to know who everybody is just because they're on the.
What they should have did was had him in the crowd, aka 1-2-3 Kid, Razor Ramon, says I'll beat anybody, and he came in and he beat him. They should have had something like that happen, So
yeah.
But you know what? Like I said, that's bad. That's bad at NXT and actually TKO, because TKO ends it. You got these new guys coming in from the indies. You got to let people know who they are. There's so many guys in the indies that they're coming over. We're going to sign this guy. We're going to sign that guy. Where was it that did we see any like posts or anything that this guy was signing?
No, he was completely a shocker. But like even with Evil, when Evil showed up there, Booker, do you know who that is? He's the former IWCP champion. Like they gave a somewhat of a resume for the guy to go, oh, okay.
Summed him up.
And unfortunately, it's been on the IWC to be like to reduce him to nothing more than Io Sky's fiance. But
right. Like that's all he's good for is
being
banging
Io
Io
Sky's
Sky.
fiance.
Yeah. All right. Well, my turn, right?
Always.
It's my turn. Always my turn. Okay. My best moment of the night is going to be the Tatum Paxley, Lizzie Rain match. I really liked that match. I enjoyed it. Even to when Zarya comes in, perfectly fine. Best match of the night. Worst moment of the night. Well, let's see here. My worst moment of the night is going to be kind of also with my what were they thinking? I'm going to kind of keep going with the whole Rook thing.
Mandusi.
Yep.
I just like saying that.
I can tell. I have no problem with him as a wrestler. The build up for him has been, start up high and then nobody knows. My problem is that they have him in a match with Hendricks, and then you break it off, have another match, and then you come back to Hendricks and him where he's in the why is he out in an interview after another match to talk about the match you just had 2 matches ago, and they do that all in one. Have the interview right after that match, and then have Rook question him during that portion. Don't wait. Don't wait to have it later. Do it in the here and now when the match is just finished, because you could tell that they were playing it that he pins him. Rook is pissed that he's pinning him and taking the pin away from him. Do it after the match. Don't wait. Don't wait till after the next match comes off.
Yeah, how crazy is that to have the new guy that you're trying to push go to pin his opponent, and then just the other dude just rips him, his own teammate like pulls him off.
Yep.
So he can't get the win.
Yeah. Which if you're gonna put him in a feud, fine. But
maybe a feud is coming.
Make the package a package. You have the match. They do the interview. They have their interaction. Hey, that was my pin. You're taking my pin. Don't wait. Don't. There's no reason to have. That's not something you cook. That's something you do in the here and now because it's happening, right there. And now you're waiting to. No. On the all, and I enjoyed NXT. I thought NXT was really good. I would dare say that NXT once again was the best WWE of the week.
All right. You went already, right, Don?
Yeah.
Yep.
I forget. Because, we talk over each other sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
All right.
We do.
That's NXT. We have no AEW Dynamite because we're recording on a Wednesday night and Dynamite is currently going on. So we'll turn it over to Styx to tell us what he's hot or cold on this week.
I don't have a heat check this week.
All right. That makes it easy.
So we can go right over that one.
Well, we'll scooch over to that and we'll hand it back to Styx as we get ready to give our Saturday Night Main Event picks. Saturday Night Main Event is this weekend live on Peacock.
Peacock. Did it add it?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, it takes my internet like a minute for it to. All right, so Saturday Night's Main Event, we're getting 5 matches for Saturday Night's Main Event. Yeah, I'll move it along.
5 matches, huh?
I thought for some reason I thought we were going to get it's only 2 2 hours, so I don't know why I thought we would get a 6 match. Come on, get on my screen so I know what I'm looking at here. Holy cow!
I can hear the dead air and Dom.
I can hear the hamster dying on my wheel over here. What the hell's going on here?
You're loaded up. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Rhea Ripley versus
you
Jade
talk.
Cargill, B-Fab, and Mi Chin. Balls on Mi Chin. Hey-oh.
Good one, Johnny.
Go ahead, Dom. What you got?
All right. I actually think that Jade Cargill and B-Fab and Meechin win this. I think Jade Cargill pins Rhea.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Interesting.
Because I think that they're gonna have another rematch. I think we're gonna get in Clash in Italy. I think we're gonna get Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley again.
Okay.
What about you, Sticks?
I got Ripley and Bliss Charlotte winning. I think Jade will get kind of pushed out, and then I think Ripley will pin Michin for the win.
Okay. I think that Jade Cargill is going to get I think Jade's team is going to get the win, but I think it's going to be because Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley won't be able to get along, and I think WWE is going to build towards Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at Clash in Italy. I think they're going to push her back into the singles scene to start that feud, to kind of start brewing that feud between her and Alexa Bliss. That's just me.
That's it. That's a quick turn. That would be a quick turnaround for a feud. 1 week.
I mean, I think that's what it's going to be. They're going to cause conflict. There's going to be something that happens where conflict happens, and they're going to pit Charlotte versus Rhea because they already don't trust each other.
Well, you know
They're
what?
already building that we don't trust each other vibe.
And Matt, no, you're right. What's going to happen is that I think that because of Charlotte Flair, Rhea's going to get pinned by Jade Cargill, and Rhea's going to be pissed. And you're right. That's going to build up something down the road.
All right. Up next is Six Man. Street Profits versus the Division for the Tag Team Championships.
Call me crazy, but I think Division wins this. I don't think they're going to put the titles in the Street Profits just yet. They're not going to take the titles, especially. Here's the thing. I don't see titles changing hands on Saturday night event only because, like Dom just said, we are literally 1 week away from Clash in Italy. I think something's going to happen here where Logan Paul uses the brass knuckles. Some kind of chicanery or fuckery is going to happen here where we're going to get a rematch at Clash in Italy, and that's where the Street Profits will win the championships off of them. I don't see the championships changing hands on Saturday main event. Is this even still a championship match, though? Because I thought I read that this match was changed also to a non-title bout.
According to what I read today, it was still listed as a tag team title match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
ahead now.
You go ahead, Six.
I'm going to agree. I think Vision is going to take this match. I think Dawkins and Ford, something's going to happen where they knock into each other, and the whole what's going on between them happens again, where they start arguing again after the match. So I'm going to take the Vision in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vision myself too. I think the Vision retains. I think I think Montez Ford is gonna walk out after they lose, and because I know that him and Dawkins are not seeing eye to eye because with Seth Rollins and that. But I think that's why I still think that down the road, you're going to bring back any tag teams, but I think they see a bigger future with Montez Ford. But I think Vision retains, and they got to work, and the Street Profits have to work on their stuff for the rematch again in Clash in Italy. Yeah, so that's my pick.
I mean, I could even see like Braun Breaker coming out to try and help Austin Theory and
I know,
Logan
but you
Paul
see, Braun Breaker
Seth.
came out the one time in Saturday Night Main Event when he came back to join the Vision.
Yeah,
Maybe-
but I could see him getting involved in this, and I could see Seth coming out to get involved in their match, and Seth costing the Street Profits the title to continue that like distrust they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it fun when you just agree with me, Dom.
I agree because you're right. It's predictable.
Or maybe I'm just a fucking wrestling savant. That's not the case,
Maybe.
but
Go ahead, Matt. This is for you.
look, I think you called it earlier when we talked about this, man. Like, this is going to be Sol Ruca taking a victory over Becky Lynch, leading to them facing at another PLE. Will it be Clash in Paris? I don't know. Will it be Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia? I don't know. Maybe potentially SummerSlam. I don't know. But this is going to be Sol Ruca picking up a victory over Becky Lynch, which is going to catapult her right into the Intercontinental Championship picture, where I think she should have been as of the night after WrestleMania.
You know what? I think Sol Ruca pulls a Maxine Dupree and wins in a count out or.
I don't think she's going to pull Maxine Dupree because Sol Ruca is a far superior wrestler
I
than
know, I'm just
Maxine
saying.
Dupree.
And
she's not going to beat Becky Lynch with some fucking small package.
Only wrestling 5 years, and she's a top wrestler. The whole fact that I think she's going to win by either a count out or a disqualification, and is going to have a fight with Becky either in Clash or in SummerSlam. So definitely that. So definitely Sol Ruca's getting the win on this one.
I mean, I sure hope she doesn't just beat Becky Lynch with some small package roll up. Like,
anyway, you want to bet that she does the soul catcher and she doesn't fucking mess up the soul catcher, falls in the rope?
Dude, I love this soul snatcher. I absolutely love this soul snatcher.
A botch. Yeah. So I hadn't heard, and when I did this, and I double checked today, it was still slated as an Intercontinental Championship match.
No, it is. It is no longer an Intercontinental Championship match. That's how it was positioned on Raw last night, and Sol Ruca even said, "I'm going to take that title from you." But the WWE came out today and changed it. It is no longer a title match.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm going to take Sol Ruca to win and beat Becky.
You should be picking Sol Ruca to win regardless.
Exactly.
Well,
she's going to snatch your soul.
I'm not going to stop her.
I heard rumor that Styx was thinking about going back to try to be a born again virgin just so Sol Ruca could try to snatch it from him.
Damn, Styx.
I think that ship has sailed.
I don't know. She might like older men. You never know.
Well, she's going out with this dude, man. The freaking dude for El Grande Americano, one of the goddamn Grandes. Who dated
Tyler Bates.
Tyler Bates, that son of a bitch.
Oh,
wait, he was with.
She might like a guy who was born in 1776. You never know.
Hey, 1776, man, agrees.
One can only hope. One can only hope. Brie Bella and Paige, tag team champions versus the Irresistible Forces, Last Legend and Nia Jax.
I think I think Brie and Paige are going to keep it. They're going to keep these titles on Brie Bella until Nikki comes back, and then they're going to have something where either A, they lose the titles then so Nikki and Brie can go after them, or B, they're going to pull some kind of screw job on Paige where Paige gets kicked out of the group so Nikki can have that title. Ultimately, they want to put those belts on the Bella Twins. That's the whole reason the Bella Twins came back. So I think that you're going to see them retain. If they lose, then that means that Nikki is cleared to come back. I know I saw her squatting in the dirt sheets and stuff. So I think if they lose, that means that Nikki is cleared to come back. But if she's not, then I think they retain these titles until she is.
I'm taking Nia and Lash. I think I'm going to kind of go with what you think might be the ultimate. They're going to lose. We're going to blame. I think Paige will get pinned, or something will come up with Paige be the reason why they lose, and then down the line, like maybe the next week, that's when
Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki comes back, takes Paige out of the group, and sets herself back in. So they'll come back to win the tag team championship off Nia Jax and them at SummerSlam.
I don't know. I just don't think there's any money in putting the belts back on Nia Jax and Lash Legend right now. They're still riding high the Paige return, and Paige is getting popped. So why take titles off her right now? There's no reason to. That's just my way of thinking, anyway.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm just some asshole on the internet.
Are we all?
What do you think, Dom?
Actually, you know what? I actually think that Lash Legend and Nia Jax are going to win the belts back. You know, there's been like a lot of rumors floating around that
it's Saturday night event. Nobody loses belts on titles.
That Dominic is always saying that champion belts don't change hands on a Saturday night event. No, I think what's going to happen is I think Judgment Day is going to come out, and I think that
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. He's going to come out and
cause them to lose the belts.
No, but I think what's going to happen is that you're going to have this girl. Fucking farts.
Lyra, Roxanne Perez.
No,
Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, her and Bailey are going to come out help, and there's going to be an issue where they accidentally make them lose, and they're going to fight. You know, that there's going to be a squabble between these guys, but they're going to take the belts off them. They're going to take it because I think they want them to have the belts, and I think that we're going to be getting a bigger shocker for the belts down the road. So, yeah, I think that the Lash Legend and Nia Jax are going to take the belts because of some interference.
All right. Good. Wow.
I like it.
Ethan Page. That's it. That's all I have to say. Ethan Page takes it because I'm going to tell you this.
Shocker that you're taking Ethan Page. I'm shocked that you took Ethan Page.
You're going to have what's going to happen is that Ethan Page takes it. You're going to have Ethan Page versus Rusev at Clash at Italy. And then you're going to have a four-man Javon Evans, Penta, Rusev versus Ethan Page at SummerSlam. That's your SummerSlam card right there, and your Clash in Italy.
I like where your head's at, but I don't think they're going to take the belt off Penta until SummerSlam. And he will probably eventually drop it to Ethan Page. But I think the safe bet in all this is seeing Rusev interfere. And Rusev's going to interfere, costing Ethan Page the match. And then they're going to probably... I don't know if he'll defend at Clash in Paris, because Clash in Paris, you know,
only a week away.
Sadly, as we talk about week after week, not all titles are defended on every pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So I think that Ethan Page is going to lose via interference by Rusev, and it will lead to a either triple threat or a fatal four-way at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship, and that's where Ethan Page will win it. They're trying to make a star out of Page on the main roster. So where are you going to make a star? At having him capture the title at SummerSlam, or have him capture the title at a Saturday night main event? What you want to do it where you want to do it where the most eyes are going to be on you.
I know, I know, but if you put the belt on him now, like Trick Williams, they did. Look how fast Trick Williams won the.
Yeah, but he did it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania. I know, and you're right. But
what's the second biggest pay-per-view of the year?
I know, but you surprised somebody. But you're right. You know what?
No, don't change your answer.
I'm still going with Ethan Page. But you know what? I can see what you're talking about. That could possibly happen. And I'm with you with that.
I'm rebuttaling you just to make the conversation. Don't change your answer. Just
I'm not changing my answer. I'm saying no. I know. I'm just saying that I agree with what you're saying. I'm still going with my boy Ethan Page. I don't care.
Okay. I'm not trying to talk you out of I'm just laying it out there. I'm rebuttaling you just to generate the conversation.
I can't wait till Ethan Page shows up at a con.
Yeah. What are you going to say? Let me touch your feet.
You ever thought about playing Boba Fett?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Hey, what do you want? That's what I say to everybody I talk to. If you're playing Boba Fett,
yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna, and I don't want this to sound repetitive, but I'm on the same page as Matt. I think Penta is going to retain.
Why?
I think Rusev is good. I think Rusev is going to come out and cause Page to.
Because you're the one that started the stigma of nobody loses the championship in Saturday main event, Dom.
I know. Yeah. But you know what? You're right. Because I'm going to look at this way. Because when Ethan Page and Rusev had battles in friggin' AEW, there were some pretty good fights. So I think if they revisit that in WWE for the time being, and then you throw Javon Evans into the mix, you got yourself a nice little mid-card title scene. So
yeah. I think that's the last one, right? Yeah, that's the last one.
Well, all right, hold on. You got to tell me who's your master's picks, Sticks? Who's the guy whose dirty work you're doing? What's his picks?
He didn't give. Oh, okay. First off, it's not he's not a Sith Lord. He's not the Palpatine behind the curtain.
He's dirty deeds.
I have not gotten picks from our friend Kyle Starks yet.
Listen, he's dirty deeds, and you're clearly.
I did get them from. I did get him from Pete, though. I did get the picks from Pete, and I will.
Already, Pete was that fast.
Yeah, Pete was.
You sound like his wife now.
Damn.
Hey-oh, gotcha, Pete.
Damn.
Where's Pete's picks here? Pete's picks. Where's Pete's pick? Is it on Instagram?
I want to know Kyle Stark's picks before the events from now on, because I don't believe that you're not cooking the books in his favor, Sticks.
All right. So Pete took Jaden Crew to cheat and win. Vision retaining. Soul to win and getting a title shot. Bella and Page retained, but cracks start to show. And Page beats Penta, ending on a shock cheap win.
In their butts. Butt cracks start to show.
I think he means cracks in their armor. He means cracks in their armor, not cracks from under their pants.
Got it. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
But he did take Page to beat Penta in a shocking win there, Dom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Everybody just agrees with Dom.
Hmm?
And that's why they lose.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Yes, tune in next week to find out who will be our IWC Off the Mat Saturday Night Main Event champion. And if it's going to be Kyle. Can Kyle Starks hold on to his title, or will he be overthrown, dethroned, and when I win my championship back? Because technically I never lost. All right, guy. I will not stand for this travesty of cheating that is Styx and Kyle Starks. So we have to come out and win this championship off of this authoritarian overlord that is Kyle Starks. Coming for you, Kyle.
Ooh.
Coming for you.
Right.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight? Anything we haven't touched on yet that we think we need to fill the fine folks in on?
No, I'm just hoping that they start cooking now with some of these ideas they have. You bring back some people. Hopefully some of these these newcomers that are going to be coming in, the potential re-signees, that they can pump some new blood into the product and make some things happen. Look, as much as we love the company, we love the wrestling, the WWE. Watching other podcasters talk about how lousy and everything is, I want to see some positive aspects to the wrestling. Like, there are some positives. I know we always find the negative because it just happens that way. But I think in the long run, we'll get a lot more positives in the long run. Hopefully things start to change now. There's a lot more, there's fresh new faces, new opportunities, and hopefully it all transpires into something. It all translates into something great.
I think that's for some words of wisdom right there, Dom.
Yeah, that's going to be the words of wisdom too.
In the long run, you'll get more positivity in the long run.
In the long run.
The more you know.
In the long run. Isn't that a song?
All ego. All ego, baby.
Yeah. I was just going to quickly talk about we've already got two matches slated for a Clash in Italy. That's Reigns Fatu in the tribal match, and Cody versus Gunther.
Yeah, and it's a week away, and we only have 2 matches on that PLE. Like, what are they going to give this Italy crowd?
Yeah, that's kind of my big question. We've got 2. How many matches do you think we're going to get for that?
5.
Do you think we're going to get 6? Another 5?
It'll be 5.
Another Danhausen sketch?
WWE doesn't want to do a 6-match PLE. They're going to do 5.
Yeah.
So it's a yes to Danhausen?
Yeah, you'll probably get the reveal of Danhausen's fucking clone.
A second clone?
Baron Corbin.
The return. Will we see Minihausen again?
No,
El Torito.
No, remember the oddities? Remember the WWE had the oddities, all the different the crazy, the midget, the friggin' all the crazy. That's what we bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
The oddities.
Yeah.
Bring back the blue meanie. Justice for the blue meanie.
Coco Beware. Bring back Coco Beware.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. That'll do it for us this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Whenever there's a Coco Beware reference brought out, we got a Coco Beware the hell out of here. So on that note, if you want more from Styx and Dom, make sure you check them out Friday night over on our sister channel, Run Division, on the Qualified. You can check out Dom every Sunday night over there as well on the Star Wars show. You can check them out periodically on Saturday nights with me and Styx on SNS. You can check out more from Styx on his channel every Tuesday night for Doctor Who. And you can check us out, of course, every Thursday night right back here on Off the Mat, giving you the hottest takes in professional wrestling. We'll be back next week to talk about the fallout from Saturday Night Main Event and hopefully get you ready with our predictions for Clash in Italy. Dom, send us out with some words of wisdom, my friend.
Like treading back to what I said before. Find the positive in the negative. There's always a positive. So that it may be a small piece of positivity that could actually build to something bigger. Always look for that.
Yeah. Look for the good and the bad.
Did your wife write that down for you?
No, she just said, ooh. She just made a comment. Ooh.
I know, that's why I'm asking if she.
No, she didn't write that down. I wrote that down in this noggin of mine.
Did she?
It's
Did she
rattling
write
around
it?
in there somewhere.
Did she write it on your wrist like The Rock writing his promos down?
It does kind of sort of sound like something I say to you.
Yeah.
Give that woman credit where credit's due.
Hey, you know what? Look, I said it. It came from me. So there you go.
All right. Well, that's
know
good
your
words of
giggles.
wisdom. All right. That'll do it for this week. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week of professional wrestling. Enjoy Saturday Night Main Event, and we'll see you guys right back here next week on Off the Mat.